So, hi, this is Anna, and I'm sitting here in the Wexler studio with Al, and we're here to
Hey,
talk about,
Anna.
well, hey, Al. And we are here to talk about the peer review process for our essay writing.
Let me just do a quick, super quick overview and then we'll go into the weeds. All right. The super quick overview is whether you've submitted an essay yourself or not, you are entitled to, the system will let you, and you can review classmates, which is the phrase used by the Coursera site, the ModPo site. Or as we say, write peer reviews. You can do it. Whether you submitted an essay or not, we want you pleased to do it. And we hope everyone who enters the site will do at least 4 of these or more, at least 4. And simply the way to do it is to get to the essay submission page, which I will explain in detail in a minute. Click Review Classmates. Pick an essay that looks interesting to you of the ones that you've got there. Make sure you type a review or paste in a review you've written elsewhere into the top text box, which is for the review, and also in the bottom text box, which is a comment everyone can see. And then click Submit. We'll click Post, click Submit. We'll tell you more about that. But so basically, you're going to the site, you're writing a review and submitting it, and people will be able to see what you've written. So now into the details. On any left side menu in the ModPo site, you will see the word grades. You can click on that and it'll show you the quizzes and the essay assignments and also the peer reviews. You can also find peer reviewing at the very bottom of any syllabus for any week when the essay is due. So for the peer reviewing of Essay 2, even though we're doing the peer reviewing in Week 5, you'll find it at the bottom of Week 4. So it might be easiest to go to Grades. If you go to Grades and then scroll down until you see the assignment, just under the assignment, you will see Review Classmates, Peer Reviews. Click on that. And you will now come back to a page, if you're an essay writer, you'll be familiar with already. This is the page that has 4 crucial links at the top: Instructions, My Submission, Review Classmates, and on the far right, Discussions. My Submission is the page where essay writers, let's hope you're watching this and are an essay writer, but if you're not, that's fine. My Submission is the place where the essay guidelines are given, where the instructions are given, and where the links to the typically 4 poems to do close readings of are presented. And that's where people have pasted in and then submitted their essays. But now we're here to do reviewing, peer reviewing. So click on Review Classmates, and you will see a page of 20 essays that need more reviews. There'll be one big one at the top, needs review. We think it's probably fairly random as to which one that is. And then you'll see the names of the essays, the names of the essayists, and the titles of the essays in little boxes on that page. And you can pick any of those. And this is why we encourage essayists to use fun and interesting titles, because you'll get most of the title, unless it's really long, in which case it gets cut off, and you'll see the essayist. And if you click on that box, just run your cursor over the box, it'll gray out slightly, and then, or highlight itself slightly, and then you click on it. And there we go. So now we are clicking on a link to an essay. And now you're able to review a classmate's essay. You will see, again, the title. You'll see the name of the essayist. You'll see the date when it was submitted. And you will see in a slightly grayed out text box the essay itself. You'll see the instructions. You'll see the PDF links to the essays. And now you will see the essay itself. It should be about 500 words. If it's longer, please be patient. If it's shorter, please be patient. Anna will probably ask me more about that later. Below that, you will see in a slightly darker print the suggestions for peer reviewing. This is what we have written. This is specific to ModPo. There'll also be some optional questions that you can ask yourself about the essay. And then just below that, and it's hard to see it, just below the optional questions, there is a crucial text box. So it's easy to miss. It's just below the optional questions and just above the grading, which for us is 1 point or 0 point. More about that in a second. And this is where you paste in or write your peer review. When you submit this review, don't do it yet, but when you submit this review, this will be a review that only the essayist can see from now on. You won't be able to revise it further. You won't be able to delete it or withdraw it, and only the essayist will see it. But it's very important because the essayist will really appreciate your feedback. So you're going to paste your review there, but don't submit yet, because if you scroll down below, if you go past the 1 point, 0 point thing and past the bright blue box that says submit review, don't touch it yet, you'll see comments. Now this is cool. This is ModPo style. We have asked our friends at Coursera, the engineers, to create a public comment forum. So you can simply paste again, copy your review, or you can write a more or less formal comment. You can write anything you want here. My own practice is to just simply copy the peer review. I have nothing to hide. I didn't particularly write the peer review so that only the essayist could see it. But I could imagine if I wanted to be a little more negative, and we try not to be negative, let's say constructively critical, I might just put it in the top box because only the essayist will see it. And I might be, somewhat more positive in the comment, but, I really don't think I'd even do that because I always look for positive things in the essays. I might point out something that I thought could be added to the essay, but I'm not going to change the essay, the peer review between the top box, which only the essayist can see, and the comment box. So if I type or paste in my comment, I now am about to submit 3 things at once. First, scroll back up and answer the question, did the writing assignment effectively follow the instructions? Voting yes will award the essay 1 point. Now, ModPo is ungraded, no grades, not a single grade within 100 miles. Or let's say, how wide is the world? 12,000 miles? 14? Grades are not 14,000 miles within ModPo. However, if you think the writing assignment basically did the job, the essayist will get credit. We'll explain what credit means in a second. So we encourage you to pick yes, 1 point. 0 points indicates person only wrote 1 word, didn't do the assignment, plagiarized it, whatever. If everyone who reviews the essay will indicate 0 points, then that person will not receive credit for having written an essay. And for the people, probably few people, but certainly, among them are favorites, people who want to do all the quizzes, post each week to the discussion forums, all that stuff that you're required to do if you want to receive a statement of completion for ModPo, that person will have to receive at least one 1 point vote, and that will give that person credit for having submitted an essay. So the first thing you'll do is you'll click 1 point or 0 in rare case. Then you will paste in the review in the top text box, and you will not click submit review yet. You'll paste in the comments in the bottom box. So here's the order. You will type in the comment box, and then at the bottom of all the comments, at the bottom of your comment, you will click post. Click comments, post first, then click submit review for the top box. Again, here's the order. Pick a 1 or a 0, preferably a 1. Type your comment, click post, and then click submit review. Currently, the way things are set up in the site, if you click submit review first, you won't be able to click your comment right then. You can go back. If you can find the essay, you can go back and do another comment. Finding an essay is something we'll get to next. So, Anna, so far I've talked about how to submit peer reviews. Anything I missed in terms of the practical process? Did I do okay?
I think so. So far, so good.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about how you find essays you've already reviewed. how you might review an essay that you particularly want to review. Because what happens when you submit a review, you've done one and you submit it, what happens? The site will automatically randomly give you another essay next. Not one you've chosen, one that the site needs you to review because it hasn't received its minimum of 4 yet. So you may or may not want to do that next one. You may decide there are other ways you want to choose your 4 reviews. And so here's how. Go back and click on Review Classmates. That will give you, once again, the option of 20. This may not include the one submitted by your friend or colleague or mom or dad or grandparent that you've been looking for. It's 20 that the site knows need reviews. So you can do another one of those, and we hope you will. Now, toward the top, just under the featured review, the featured essay, there is a filter. And the filter gives you 2 options. You can see projects I have not reviewed, and that's the default, and that's what I've been talking about, 20 essays you haven't reviewed. You can also see projects you have reviewed. Now, why would you want to review an essay you've already reviewed? Probably you wouldn't. However, if you look at the essays you have reviewed, you can go back to the comment stream. You can add a new comment, and you can see what the author might have said. Because the author can go back to my submission, the second from the left of the links on this page, and the author can see his or her essay and private reviews that only he or she can see, but also public comments. And we urge everyone who's listening to this, who's watching this video, to go back to look at your own essay and look at the comments and then get into a conversation. So it's very much like a discussion forum, only it's over here in the essay module. So if you click projects I have reviewed, you'll be able to see those you've reviewed, and you can go back and talk to people. And you can see what other people have said. Maybe your review is an outlier. Maybe you thought this is the best essay that's ever written, and other people are a little more skeptical, and that would be interesting. You can have a discussion. Again, if you click on projects I have not reviewed, you can see a new set of options, of 20 options. All right, one more thing I want to say about this. If you go to the far right, you'll see that crucial link, Discussions. If you click Discussions, you will get to a special discussion forum that's set out just for this particular writing assignment. There are 4 of these, and you will see there threads that people have set up. And these threads basically say, I've written an essay, here's the title, please review it, I'm looking for reviews. So there are 2 ways to find reviews, to find essays you really want to review. One is to go and look at the 20 that haven't been reviewed that the system is giving you and pick one that looks interesting. Let's say you're really interested in a particular poem that people have close read. Among those 20, chances are you'll be able to find an essay that's about that poem. Let's say you've only read one of the 4 poems. You can do, let's say, Joe Massey's Polar Low, which is in essay, one of the options for essay number 2. There's a really good chance that among the 20 that are randomly given you under projects I have not reviewed, under Review My Classmates, there'll be probably 2 or 3 Polar Lows, and you can go and review that. That's cool. But a better way, perhaps, to customize your peer reviewing is to go see who is hawking and ballyhooing and praying and wishing for your attention. And so if you click on any of these, you'll see someone has posted, hey, I wrote this essay, I've really been thinking about it, I really hope I'll get reviews. And if it's done well, the top post in that thread will give you a link. Will give you a link to that person's essay. If you click on that link, you are now back in the essay module, and now you're looking at that particular essay, and you can then do the same thing again. You can write a review in the top box, you can give a grade, and you can write a comment in the lower box. You click post in the lower box, then you click submit review, and you've done it right, and now the person who solicited your review has gotten your review. And once again, you can go back and you can check out what the comments are. Now, you'll notice that in some of these threads, people are having a discussion right there in the thread because it is a discussion forum. That's totally fine. It is an alternative way to have a discussion. The only downside is if you are wanting to submit a regular peer review, the system will only credit it as a peer review if you do it in the regular peer review spot. But when essays, all the essays that have been submitted in ModPo, have received a minimum of 4 reviews, they will no longer appear in that review classmates projects I have not reviewed page. It'll be empty. The only ones that will be there will be late submissions, some random ones that have not gotten the 4. So go and do those. But once everyone in ModPo has reviewed at least 4 times, all submissions, this special discussion forum is really the only place where you can find more reviews. There's one other place, maybe 2, and that is social media sites. The Facebook group for ModPo is full of people who are hawking and ballyhooing their essays and providing links. I haven't seen Twitter doing that, but that's obviously another option. So to summarize, we want everybody to review at least 4, whether you've submitted an essay or not. The way to do that is to click on Grades, go to the Peer Reviews module, click on Projects I have not reviewed, which is the default, type a peer review, type a comment, give a grade, 1 or 0, preferably 1. Click the post for the comment first, then click Submit Review, and you're in. If everyone has received reviews, click Discussions on the far right of any of the essay module pages and see people posting requests to have their individual essays reviewed. Mostly what we're after is people saying things about each other's work.